So court jesters, of course, were the ones that could make fun of the king, and they were the only ones that wouldn't get beheaded for doing so. They were the ones that spoke truth to power. They told stories in ways that people could understand them, and in ways that, they wouldn't be as harmful. And in some really ancient communities, the jester or the clown, the fool, and the spiritual leader were actually the same person for a number of reasons, but a lot of that revolved around the building of trust that comes with the pull and the tension that clowns and jesters usually rely on. If you've ever seen a clown interact with a scared child, you'll know what I mean. A very common bit that clowns do when the child is afraid is to be more afraid of the child than the child could possibly be of the clown. And all of a sudden there's this power shift where the child feels so powerful, they feel big, they feel larger than themselves, and that fear starts to melt away, and this relationship is built. And to me, that's a lot of what spiritual leadership is. That's a lot of what religious leadership is. That's a lot of what community leadership is. And we see that in drag artists all around the world throughout time have been leaders in various movements. A number of protests that I've been to in the city, I look around and there's a number of people that I know through drag there. And we think about the houses that are made, drag houses, ballroom houses. It's all about building those relationships and building trust and this exchange of love, ultimately, that comes with that. What did I miss? Oh, my nose. Okay, that's a little bit about the clowns. And clowns in a circus context are the characters that break the tension. I went to a circus last year, and so of course I'm looking out for where the clowns are. They're usually out in the crowd before the circus starts, right? Playing with people, eating people's popcorn, that's usually what they're doing. And it's really to get people, again, engaged, build that trust, build a little bit of tension, get the energy moving in the space in a way that people will then feel ready for the intensity of what's about to happen. And I was paying really close attention to this tension. So the clowns were going around before the start of the show, and immediately they bring out the tightrope walkers as soon as the show starts. So of course you're sitting there gripping like this because they're riding a bike across the rope. They're doing flips, all of this stuff. You get so tense before you understand even what's going on. And the clowns comes back again, and you feel yourself relax. It's this again, pull and this give and take of energy that is so palpable that sometimes you don't recognize in the moment. You don't think about when you're like clenching like this, someone's doing a backflip and you're really scared they're going to hurt themselves. You don't think about it. And then the clown comes out and starts throwing popcorn at people in the front row, and it releases that. And that is what makes the relationship so powerful. And so for me, a lot of that really resonates when it comes to spiritual leadership, when it comes to community leadership. Because what are we doing other than building relationship and building trust and playing with this flow of power and trying to navigate the power of the spirit in the world in hopefully ways that people can understand, ways that are palatable and meaningful to those in the community, and in ways that we feel connected to. And so all of this comes together in this goofy, ridiculous clown that is King Jules, that has really transformed the way that I think about my own spirituality, my own religion, and the way that I include play and pleasure as a part of these really sacred practices, and has ultimately resulted in my feeling more connected than I ever have, both to, for me, God, the divine, the spirit, and to myself.